How you doing, guys? Welcome back to the Barstoolers. We're here to pay tribute to one of Ireland's greatest ever strikers, in my opinion. My namesake, Kevin Doyle. Brian, when you think of Kevin Doyle in an Ireland shirt specifically, what do you think, or what he brought to the Irish team?
I think you think of hard work. He kind of laid the foundation for the likes of Shane Long, in terms of he was kind of a Shane Long prototype. I think Shane Long might have been a slightly better footballer than him, but he worked very hard. He scored some great goals for Ireland. He's probably the best thing to come out of the Staunton era. Really, and nothing really good came out of the Staunton era. So I always liked Shane Long, Kevin Doyle. Sorry. I think in his heyday he was probably Robbie Keane's best ever strike partner. I'd love to know the stats, if anyone knows the stats on how many assists he got for Robbie Keane.
Huge amount.
I think you had kind of a thankless task when you think of the style of football we played under Trapattoni, where it was very direct. He wasn't the biggest man. He isn't the biggest man. He's 5'11". He was up competing with big, tall defenders, winning balls, winning knockdowns, winning knock-ons, and I think that's something that we should be.
I remember his debut, maybe his second game for Ireland. I think we were playing Chile, Staunton's second game, and I can't remember who. I think it was Ronnie Whelan on the radio.
Yeah.
That was before. That's when Sky Sports had rights, and we had to look at teletext for the scores. But I remember him saying that Doyle was the best header of the ball up front since Niall Quinn, and Niall Quinn has about 5 inches in height on Kevin Doyle, so that says a huge amount. And I think even late into his career, possibly part of the reason he's retired.
Said that,
But
I feel terrible that that's the way they had to retire. It was a terrible way to go, and it was strange being named in Martin O'Neill's squad and then having to. But I think he also scored some great goals. He scored a great goal away at Slovakia.
They
scored in the last minute.
I remember. Yeah, he scored a great goal against Andorra.
Andorra, we were your man text. Randomly.
He scored 14 goals for Ireland. He's 8th on the list of all-time scorers, joint with John Walters and Tony Cantwell, as far as I
Tony Cantwell?
No, Tony Cantwell. No, Cantwell. Tony Cantwell, if you're watching. Tony Cantwell, yes. Tony.
I'll get him for you, baby. Clune Doyle up front. Stephen.
Tony. Steve Finnan is on that. Tony Cantwell, no Cantwell.
I think also something about Kevin Doyle was he set he laid the foundations for players like Shane Long, but he did in terms of players from the League of Ireland going over to England and succeeding, because at the time the league was derided as terrible, and he went over, and then Shane Long went over, and Steve Moore went over at the same time. But you think of the players in the squad these days: Coleman, Myler, Murphy
went over just after him.
There's so many of them.
Even now, Sean Maguire gone over from another player who was at Cork.
Exactly, and at the time,
Coleman.
At the time, a lot of the players were, a lot of the clubs, the Premier League was going truly global, and a lot of the clubs were looking outside, away from Ireland, and the likes of Kevin Doyle made them kind of go, oh, actually maybe there is untapped talent, and it proves that he didn't have to go to England at 15 and 16 to make it over there. And I think a lot of players probably owe a very large debt of gratitude to him, because without him and his hard work, people wouldn't have probably had the opportunities.
I think one person who could possibly come in for praise, and I know he's not necessarily the most popular figure in Irish football, but Pat Doyle gave him a big chance at
huge, and all the Irish lads that went over.
I think he really, Kevin Doyle, I remember him saying before that he kind of thought, maybe football isn't for me, and he was given a chance, and then look, he had a fantastic career, making the move over to Reading, where he took them up. He really took them up.
Yeah, I mean, he went over, I think he was about 22 when he went over, and he was quite prolific with them, and then they were promoted to stay with them. I remember at one stage him and Robbie Keane were in the kind of towards the top of the goal scoring charts in the Premier League.
He was linked with
Arsenal at one stage.
And apparently, because obviously someone won't mention the name, but someone who's quite a good source with Arsenal, they know what's going on with Arsenal, and apparently there was a deal that was very close to going through, and it didn't.
I think that shows how highly regarded he was within the Premier League, that a club with the stature of Arsenal were looking at a player.
But he was
Doyle.
Not that he was one of the first, he was kind of coming through, but I suppose Doyle was coming through as the kind of traditional front two was dying out.
Yeah.
And he was one of those players that was able to play in a front two or up in his zone and hold the ball up, not just a goal scorer, but also a guy that can head the ball on, that can hold the ball up and do a bit of link-up play. I suppose Arsenal were kind of moving that way as well, but you know, he went to Wolves instead, and I mean, look, I think
well at Wolves.
I thought he did well at Wolves. Yeah, I thought he did well at Wolves. He was playing in
they were a yo-yo club at that stage.
Yeah, it was an old school system, I suppose, that Mick McCarthy was playing, and they stayed up for a few years, and he had injuries and so on, and there was a bit of uncertainty there.
He really put himself about though when he played for Ireland. Like, I think it was the last game he played, or one of the last games he played for Ireland was against Switzerland in that friendly before the Euros. And he ended up with that big gash in his neck, like, you know.
And he scored, I think the last goal he scored was against Costa Rica in a friendly. And I think he got absolutely cleaned out of it just beforehand, and then he got cleaned out of it again, scoring the goal. It's like a 20-yard header or something, something crazy like that.
He always kind of had a warrior-like attitude when he was playing for Ireland. I think it was something that, you know, we probably the least we ask of any player putting on the green jersey is that they give their all. But I think that was something you always saw from Kevin Doyle. He always gave his all. He seemed to love playing for Ireland. Even, you know, he was at Colorado Rapids in recent years. Was always available to come. You know, it is a long enough journey if you're just coming back for.
And he knew he probably wouldn't see any game time.
Yeah, but he was still happy. I think
so.
I think having that kind of experience around the squad is invaluable, and maybe you'd like to see him stay involved with the Irish squad in some kind of way. You know,
I like to involved in League Ireland and helping players either develop and move over to England, or players coming back. Settle back in. I think he'd be great in that role. I don't know personally, but I think his experience would stand to him.
He'd be a good mentor to Sean Maguire.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think of someone like Sean Maguire, even Scott Hogan, who are just kind of getting into the Ireland squad now.
Similar players.
Yeah, even someone like Aidan O'Brien, where they could look at someone like Kevin Doyle and say, you know what, he was a talented footballer. I think he wasn't, you know, he wasn't the best player we've ever seen in the world, but he had a lot of heart and he used the talent that he had to forge out a successful club and international career. So thank you, Kevin Doyle, for your contribution to the Ireland team and your successful club career over the last number of years. We wish you all the best in retirement. We will certainly miss your gorgeous golden locks, which were kind of indicative of...
He's not dead.
I know, but seeing him on a football pitch all the time, it makes me very sad. You know, he was the first footballer to ever share a name with me.
He's the only footballer.
Yes, but even still, it means a lot. Thank you very much, and we wish you all the best in retirement.
Thanks, Kevin.
Cheers, Kevin.